Hi guys, this video demonstrates how to control JetMax Pro with wireless handle. Before operation, please check whether the handle receiver is inserted to USB port. Turn on robot. It takes 1 minute for robot to boot up. Please be patient. When bouncer sounds, robot boots up successfully. Then, you can take out your handle. You need to prepare two AAA batteries and put them into this battery slot. Turn on the handle to start controlling the robot. When this indicator turns green, it means that handle connects to robot successfully. If handle doesn't connect to robot in 1 minute, or you don't use the handle after it connects to robot in 5 minutes, handle enters sleep mode. Okay, let's check how to use this handle to control robot. Pay attention, robot is taken as the first person view. We mainly push these two joysticks to control Mecanum wheel chassis. Push left joystick, and then the car goes forward and backward, moves left and right. Push right joystick, and then it goes forward and backward, turns left and right. You can find that when pushing left joystick left or right, the car moves. When you push right joystick left and right, it turns. Therefore, you can push these two joysticks at the same time, for example, to let the car turn right forward, turn left backward, move right forward, move left backward. This design enables you to better manipulate the car. Go on, let's check how to control the robot arm. There are two control modes, including individual servo mode and coordinate mode. Under individual servo mode, you can use handle to control single servo. Under coordinate mode, you can control the whole robot arm to move along X, Y, and Z axis. Pay attention, the handle defaults to individual servo mode. Try individual servo mode first. Up and down buttons are used to control number 2 servo. Left and right buttons are used to control number 1 servo. Triangle and cross button are used to control number 3 servo. Square and circle buttons are used to control servo on suction nozzle. On the side of handle, there are 4 buttons, L1, L2, R1, and R2. L1 and R1 buttons are useless. L2 button is used to control air pump to start pumping. If you want air pump to start pumping, press R2 button. Okay, check how to control robot arm under coordinate mode. Press left button to switch the mode. At this time, bouncer will emit 2 beeps, which means that the mode is switched to coordinate mode. Blindly press button on left to control robot arm. You can see that the whole robot arm will move together. If you want to switch to individual servo mode, press left button again. At this time, bouncer emits 1 beep, which means that the present mode is servo mode. Back to coordinate mode to check functions of press buttons. start button is used to make robot arm recover initial posture. Pay attention, robot is taken as the first person view. Press left button, robot arm moves in the direction of S positive axis. Press down button, robot arm moves in the direction of Y positive axis. Before controlling robot to move in the direction of Z positive axis, lower the robot arm. Press Cos button. Press this triangle button, robot arm moves in the direction of Z positive axis. Take robot as the first person view, S positive axis corresponds to its left side. Y positive axis corresponds to its back. Z positive axis corresponds to its top. Continue, press right button to make robot arm move in the direction of S negative axis. Press up button to make robot arm move in the direction of Y negative axis. Press Cos button to let him move in the direction of Z negative axis. Square and circle buttons are used to control suction nozzle. L2 and R2 buttons are used to control air pump. L1 and R1 buttons are useless. Having gotten functions of these buttons, use handle to control robot arm to pick a block. Okay guys, we end here. Please keep watching and following our videos.